Dear Erasmus Student. Cam așa va începe orice filă din jurnalul nostru. Împreună cu invitații mei împărtășim gânduri, idei, lecții importante adunate de-a lungul experienței lor ca studenți Erasmus. Sunt Dariana Savici, coordonator instituțional Erasmus Plus în cadrul Universității de Vest Vasile Goldiș din Arad și te invit să parcurgem o nouă poveste. Mă bucur să mă întâlnesc cu voi, ascultătorii noștri, la un nou episod al podcastului Dear Erasmus Student. Printre filele de jurnal ale studenților Erasmus, adăugăm și experiențele, sfaturile și gândurile profesorilor. Am profitat de vizita invitatei noastre în România și am adus-o alături de noi. Această conversație se va desfășura în limba engleză. Professor Funda Fatma Bölükbaşi Hatip is our guest today. She is a professor of pharmacology at Izmir Tinaztepe University and here in Arad at UVVG for teaching mobility at the Erasmus program. Is it a very rare and special opportunity to have a conversation and we are very, very thankful to you, Professor, that you have decided to join our podcast. Please be welcome.
Mulțumesc, Dariana Savici. I'm very happy to be here with you. Thank you. Thanks
Thank you
for your nice information.
Thank you very much for being here today with us. And before we start our podcast officially, we have a small warm-up session. We would like to do this warm-up session and, so to say, give a little preview for the interview. I will invite you to be prompt and offer me 30-second answers for each questions. Ready?
Okay, ready.
Good. What do you love the most about your home country, which is Turkey?
I know you have been in Turkey, so I will say again, Turkey is a lively, spirited country, full of energy, emotion, resilience, an incredibly rich and layered cultured heritage, where history, art and tradition meet everywhere, warmth of friendship, strength of family ties, and the magic of experiencing 4 seasons in a single day. It's rainy, sunny, through the whole day. It's a nice country.
Indeed, Turkey is a beautiful country with all the tradition, the gastronomy as well, delicious food.
Thank you.
Research or teaching, which do you enjoy most?
Yeah, I deeply enjoy researching, the process of discovery, critical thinking, contributing new knowledge, but teaching also a different kind of importance. It's about shaping minds. So for me, research feeds my curiosity and teaching fills my responsibility.
Oh, such a beautiful answer.
Thank
you for that. If you were to have a different career, what would it be?
If I weren't a medical doctor, in fact, I would probably pursue music.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, before medicine, I seriously considered it. But even now, music is an important part of my life. So, in many ways, I feel lucky to feel lucky in both worlds, music and medicine.
They combine nicely together.
Each other, yeah.
That's lovely. In how many countries did you have the opportunity to teach, speak, or work?
I had the privilege of working in Japan for 2 years, which gave me deep insight into both scientific discipline and cultural richness. I have also been invited to international congresses to speak, sharing knowledge. And when I was working in pharmaceutical industry, I contributed some educational activities, training, and so on.
Nice. Especially the Japan part. I think that was an incredible experience.
Yeah, it is.
Why UVVG?
Yeah, I think our university has an agreement with Vasily Goldish Western University of Arad. So it opened the door to me. It's a big opportunity. Although I have never been in Romania, I see it as a wonderful chance to experience a new culture, to meet the warm and friendly people of Romania, and a country which we share deep historical and cultural ties. This visit is not an only academic exchange, but also building bridges, building friendship, collaboration, and so on.
Thank you. Thank you so much for these answers. And now we will go more in depth of what we discussed previously. And we will now want to get to know you a little bit better. We always try to get to know the person first, not the student or the professor. Would you be so kind to share with us, please, a bit more about where you come from, about your family, maybe about your hobbies, anything that you would like to share?
Why not?
Please.
I'm from Izmir, originally a city known for its warmth, history, and openness. My family roots are quite diverse. My mother's side is originally from former Yugoslavia. My paternal grandfather came from Greece, and my grandmother, actually, she was born in Izmir, but was of Italian and French descent. Adding to this beautiful cultural blend, me and my husband have two wonderful teenagers who are in the high school, I hope. Beyond my professional life, I deeply enjoy music, as I mentioned earlier. Trying to play guitar, dealing with painting, spending my time with my family and my lifelong high school friends. These are the things that keep me grounded and joyful.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
These are beautiful things that make you who you are. Very, very nice. I'm assuming, just as here in Romania, many high school students back in Turkey, and in fact worldwide, might have a hard time trying to find their path in life, trying to figure out what to study next or what kind of career to build. So with that in mind, could you share with us, how did you discover your interest in pharmacology? Where did it all start?
Yeah. My journey into medicine began long before I even realized it, because my father, whom I sadly lost in August 2024.
I'm sorry.
24, yeah, thanks you. Was my greatest inspiration and role model. He was a pediatrician, and my entire childhood was shaped by the time I spent in the university hospital pediatric ward, watching him care for children with compassion and dedication. I saw healing, I saw humanity, purpose, and really I never truly considered any other profession. In many ways, what I saw, I became.
This is inspiring. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful to always have this type of role model directly in your family, and to grow up with this energy of caring for others and letting yourself be inspired by someone doing something for the greater good. I think forever. This shapes beautiful qualities in a person. Amazing. Can you also walk us through the steps you had to take in order to be where you are today career-wise? Maybe talk a bit more about your studies, the jobs you had along the way, anything that you consider important or relevant when it comes to your journey.
Yeah, my professional path has been shaped by a deep commitment to both clinical care and scientific curiosity. I began my career as a practitioner, fulfilling my medical responsibilities and gaining first-hand experience in patient care. But I always drawn to research, which led me to specialize in pharmacology. a field that combines scientific depth with practical relevance. Later, I worked in medical and marketing departments of two major American pharmaceutical companies in Istanbul, where I learned how science, communication, and industry intersect. So that experience really broadened my view in healthcare. But then, driven by a continued passion for discovery, I then pursued research opportunity in Japan, where I gained valuable international experience. Then I returned back to academic life, now contribute through teaching, mentoring, and research. And throughout this whole journey, I carried one core belief with me that if you are in medicine, never forget that every single human being is really important. Don't overlook what seems ordinary. Always question, review, relearn, because medicine is as much about humility as it is about knowledge. And above all, never forget the virtues of being human. Yes, there are moments in life that become true turning points, crossroads, where we make decisions that shapes us. What determines which way we turn? Sometimes it might be family, sometimes the advice of our elders. For some, it is desire to have children. For me, once in a period. Sometimes the pursuit of academic advancement. Ultimately, it's your priorities. You will decide, and then it what gives those turning points their meaning.
Wow.
And very important, turning points.
I got
Very
goosebumps.
important.
Like, I really, really got goosebumps listening to you, because this is such a wonderful work ethic and life values and principles that you have shared with us. And I hope that anyone who's listening is maybe taking a note from what you said, because it's truly beautiful. I got goosebumps. Really nice. What are the most challenging things about teaching in general?
Yeah, in general, one of the most challenging aspects of teaching is recognizing that each student learns differently. What motivates one may not motivate
The
another.
other.
Yeah. Even maintaining students in an era of constant distraction is for my son also. He is also in constant distraction, while also encouraging critical thinking over memorization requires both creativity and patience, and adapting your methods accordingly, both experience and empathy. Another major challenge is making complex information meaningful and accessible, because it's medicine, it's so complicated, not very easy, but without oversimplifying and without overwhelming. It is essential to give all this information to the student, and also it is essential, so is the student engagement. Maintaining motivation and curiosity in the classroom. Also, in recent years, the landscape of education changed dramatically, especially after COVID-19, because students' attention spans, motivation, and expectations have shifted.
Mm-hmm.
So many are more accustomed to digital learning environments. As a result, traditional teaching approaches are often no longer effective, I think. So This requires educators to rethink their strategies, combining interactive methods, maybe technology integration, artificial intelligence integration. It's no longer just about delivering the information, because someone can easily access all information on the internet. So it's about creating connection, fostering resilience, building critical thinking. What can I say? In this changing landscape, maybe the challenge for educators is to stay adaptable, relevant, and inspiring.
And be open-minded about the new challenges and the new technologies that come up, and just keep up with the new generations and adapt to everything that's new.
Yeah, also the emotional aspect is important.
Yeah.
Emotional aspect of teaching has become more significant. After the pandemic, many students need not only knowledge, but also they need support. They need encouragement. They need a sense of purpose. What I saw is no purpose among the students now.
Yeah. So it's just a sense of floating, so to say, and
it's
not really
so
having
easy,
a direction.
We have to regenerate ourselves and also the students.
In order to be able to move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. How about the most fulfilling things about teaching?
Yeah, the most fulfilling part of teaching is witnessing transformation.
Shaping character.
Yeah, shaping characters, seeing students gradually they gain confidence, develop their own personal, professional identity. It is incredibly rewarding to know that even a short teaching interaction sometimes spark curiosity, shift the perspective. Teaching is not transferring knowledge to students. It's about somehow like planting seeds and seeing the grow of this plant, become green, bloom. So when some of the students come back with questions, ideas, or with gratitude, it makes me happy.
Beautiful. Yeah, goosebumps. Goosebumps again. Because we were speaking about teaching earlier. Why did you sign up for an Erasmus teaching mobility? Is it your first time teaching via Erasmus?
Yeah, it's my first time. It's a chance for me that my university, Izmir Tinaztepe University, encourages the academic staff, administrative staff, and students for Erasmus mobility. Really, at first, I thought that this process may be a little bit complicated, so maybe full of paperwork. I don't want to interfere with all these things. So, thanks to really excellent support for both Izmir Tinaztepe University and Vasily Goldish Western University of Arad International Relations Department, everything becomes surprisingly smooth and easy. Here I want to thank to you, Dariana.
Thank you
very much, and thanks to Sevim at our university. You are both working very well and helping, I believe, the academic staff, administrative staff, and students. You're doing your best.
Thank you. We truly appreciate it. And yes, I do agree. We have a very nice collaboration with Tinaztepe University and also with Sevim, my colleague from the international office at your university. She is brilliant. She's super fast in answering. She's efficient. She's kind. She's nice. She's polite. And I cannot wait to meet her, maybe for her to come to our university or for us to visit.
Please come to our university.
Hopefully in the near future.
I hope.
what does this kind of mobility imply for a professor? The application process, the expectations, just to have, the perspective of a professor instead of a student in this episode.
For a professor, I think it's a valuable opportunity to meet new professors, to develop joint projects, explore teaching collaborations. For me, these are important. And not only it's teaching, but also meeting with each other. Face to face is different from
than texting or typing emails.
Typing, emailing. It is also a way to gain new perspectives on education, compare academic approaches, build international academic networks, to see everything face to face, the students, professions, everything. Yeah. Lively.
Yesterday, at the beginning of your course, the students prepared a little surprise for you and greeted you in Turkish.
Yes, in Turkish. Merhaba, iyi günler. But yesterday the group was very nice. I was so happy. We did case discussions and questions, answers, discussions. It was so good. I was so happy.
Thank you. Truly appreciate it. And I'm sure that our students will be happy to hear and to listen to this podcast.
I hope so.
Why Romania, and how did you find out about UVVG? Any first impressions?
There's already an agreement between Izmir Tinaztepe University and your university. I have never been in Romania. I was immediately struck by how friendly, open to collaboration, warm-hearted. Really, everyone is sincere, both the staff, students. It is really a very welcoming experience for me. Very nice.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to be here. Romania and Turkey resembles each other a lot.
Yeah, especially the people and the warmth of the people.
It's very important, it's very important because before coming here, I'm a little bit excited. What kind of people, university, everything was very nice.
Thank you. How would you describe this experience of teaching in a different country via Erasmus? Like one of the most exciting things about it, or maybe you could share any cultural differences or challenges?
Mm-hmm. It is something really has to be experienced. Opens your mind, broadens your understanding of teacher. Interestingly, students are very similar. We share common values, challenges, and goals. In many ways, our countries, Romania and Turkey, also share cultural closeness, which makes the experience even more smoother. Both academic and administrative teams are very supportive. Students engaged in classes because I worried at the beginning, if no students attend the classroom, what can I do? But they participated, and it creates a very exciting and motivating environment. That energy makes this experience even more meaningful. And honestly, no major differences. I felt quite at home in Romania. The kindness and openness of people made everything easier.
Thank you. Much appreciated. And
really?
I'm glad that this experience and so far these days were great for you, and that you enjoyed, every step of the way. Also the teaching program, the interaction with our students, the facilities that the university has, the interaction with our professors, with our departments, and also the little cultural aspect that we had yesterday and on the first day of your mobility. Here at our podcast, we typically encourage students to take heart and sign up for an Erasmus mobility. But now that we switched the audience a bit, what would you say to any professor listening to encourage them to sign up for this type of experience?
Go and try it.
Simple as that.
You might think maybe it's complicated or difficult, but it's not. Maybe I'm lucky, I don't know. It's a chance to learn, grow, and connect, and bring something new back to your own university. So sometimes a short visit can leave a long-lasting impact. How can you know, both personally and professionally? So go and try it.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Plain and simple. I would like to wrap up our conversation with maybe a few life lessons and personal insights. Could you please tell us the most important values in life and in teaching?
Good question. In both life and teaching, the values that matter most to me deeply linked to each other. First of all, maybe respect for every human being, no matter what their background, their status, or stage of learning. Just respect. Curiosity and continuous learning, especially if you're in the health area, but it's also for
the general
other areas also. It's valid. Empathy, understanding others, integrity, be honest, responsibility,
of course.
And maybe above all, kindness, the most lasting impact we can leave on others, whether in the classroom, in the clinic, at the hospital, at the daily life.
Or even on the street, like plain and simple, in
exactly,
the mundane interactions.
Exactly.
We have to be kind because we don't know the story of the life story of each person or individual that we interact with. So it's best to share kindness.
It is.
Why is education crucial?
Very crucial. It is crucial. Education is far more than earning academic degree.
I agree.
It's a transformation, as I mentioned before. Yeah, it provides knowledge and qualifications, but most importantly, it shapes how we think, how we relate to others, or how we grow as individuals. It is crucial because I think it's the basis for freedom and responsibility. It gives people the ability to think independently, question the world around them,
to choose their information.
Yeah, make conscious decisions, not just in their careers, in their lives too. It opens doors not only to career but also new perspectives, cultures or ideas. It fosters social interaction, collaboration, communication. It gives us the language to understand ourselves. I think in a world filled with complexity, education, I think, offers clarity. In a world full of noise, it teaches discernment. in a world with deep challenge, lots of challenge. It empowers us to become problem solvers, bridge builders, lifelong learners. So I think education really very crucial for everyone.
Wow. Inspiring, like most inspiring answer that I've personally heard about why education is so important to us, to each and every one of us, regardless of the age.
Yeah, regardless of the age. Lifelong,
exactly.
It's lifelong learning. So you have to be open-minded.
I agree. And just take everything in like a sponge.
That's true.
Our podcast is called Dear Erasmus Student. If you were to write a note of encouragement for any student listening, what would you say?
Yeah, I wrote a few words for them, simple words. So I want to read.
Please.
Dear Erasmus student, don't be scared. Erasmus is not just a program, it is an adventure. It is full of learning, unforgettable experiences, growth, meaningful connections, and not as hard as you might imagine. Actually, it opens the door to a whole new, colorful chapter in your life. Even a small step can turn into something life-changing. Don't worry, Vasily Goldish Western University of Arad International Relations Department is incredibly supportive. You are not alone on this journey, so be brave, be honest, and enjoy every moment of this unique opportunity.
Beautiful. Goosebumps again. Oh my God, this episode
But this is the truth
that we have today is truly inspiring. And even for me as the podcast host, I mean, I cannot stop smiling and looking at you and hearing you speak about education and career and values and humanity and all the important aspects of life and of its beauty. So thank you. It's truly inspiring to hear you speak.
Thank you, Dariana. I'm thanking so much. Thank you.
Professor Funda, I really appreciate your time today and this entire conversation. As I said, it was truly inspiring, and it's a tremendous honor for us to have you here at our university and at our podcast. So immensely thank you for being here.
Okay, immensely, multimask. Thank you.
And
hello.
A special thank you to all of you listening. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on our channels and stay up to date with our episodes. Until next time, keep on smiling.